Good morning, everyone. I'm a little bit late getting on this morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm a little bit late getting on this morning. I forgot it was Wednesday, so I didn't realize that we were to do coffee and conversation. So here I am. Anyways, this morning I wanted to just touch base and talk a little bit about communication with kids and parents, families, whatever, whoever may be in your close knit family relationship. So, I've been teaching some life skills curriculum with the kids in the Cuesta School District lately. And one of the topics that we recently discussed was communication with our families. And there was a lot of communication around that the kids expressed how they feel like they're not heard, and that people that their guardians, their parents, or the adults in their life just don't listen to what they have to say. And there was a lot of frustration around that. So I wanted to come on and just kind of talk about that a little bit because it's really interesting, some of the things that I've been observing over these last couple of weeks as we've been moving forward through this unit, and how uncomfortable our kids feel talking to us. So, and that includes my own. I experienced this as a parent, and I'm sure many of you out there do as well. So I'm hoping that we can engage in a useful conversation, and I don't have all of the answers, but we can talk about this together and see how it goes. So just kind of want to throw out some information out there. Usually parents who discuss drugs and alcohol um, with their children, they're most likely not to use substances. So I'm just gonna kind of read something off of the SAMHSA website. It's one of the most influential factors during a child's adolescence is maintaining a strong, open relationship with a parent. When parents create supportive and nurturing environments, children make better decisions. Though it may not always seem like it, children really hear their parents' concerns, which is why it's important that parents discuss the risks of using alcohol and other drugs. I know there's a statistic, and I couldn't find it, and I was kind of too late to ask our evaluator, but she mentioned that people whose parents have discussed substance use and alcohol use with their kids, most kids, there's a likelihood that they won't become addicted in the future. And I don't know the exact statistic for that, but once I find it, I'll post it on this thread so that everybody can see what that is. So just, I'm not too, I can't see who's on. For some reason, it's not letting me see the viewers. So if you guys are on and you can hear me, type in the chat, say hello, just so I don't feel like I'm talking to air or to myself, because I hate looking at myself on this camera. So, so it's never too early to talk to children about alcohol and other drugs. Children as young as 9-year olds already start viewing alcohol in more perspectives ways, and approximately 3,300 kids as young as 12 try marijuana each day. So, let's start talking to our kids. Additionally, about 5 in 10 kids as young as 12 obtain prescription pain relievers for non-medical purposes. The earlier you start talking, the better. So let's talk about that one a little bit. We are all in this opioid crisis, and we have kids who are as young as 12 years old obtaining prescription medication without a prescription. That's concerning because that's, we all know, if you're educated with what's going on with the opioid epidemic, you're seeing that it does become, pain medications become the gateway to heroin and other harder drugs. And then we have, this epidemic where people are living in addiction and struggling from coming off of those opioid medications, and we are seeing bigger overdoses and so forth. So, and then the older the kids get, the more likely they're going to try alcohol and other drugs. So about 10% of 12-year-olds say they have tried alcohol. But get this, by the time they're 15, that number jumps to 50%. So, additionally, by the time they are seniors, almost 70% of high school students will have tried alcohol, and half will have taken any illegal drug, and more than 20% will have used a prescription drug for non-medical purposes. So that, those types of things are pretty alarming. And now, so just, coming from this perspective of coalition work, that's part of what we want to do. Is we want to be preventing these things from happening. And I did tell you all a couple weeks back, that we really needed parental partnerships in reducing substance use and misuse. So we are looking to parents to help us with this fight and get us to the next level of understanding and knowing where our kids are at. So I'm going to go back a little bit to what I said with in regards to speaking to some of the students that I have and some of the peers discussion that they've shared. So one of the things that comes up, and this comes up a lot because I know I experience it with my own kids. I have 4 teenage daughters, and it's not easy having teenagers, and we all know that it's not easy, and it's especially not easy now. So, something that my daughter has expressed over the last couple of months is that she feels like I don't hear her, or that we're constantly bickering at her, and we're like making them do things when they have other obligations to do. Well, I get that. So, but there's also expectations that we have as parents. We want them to do chores so that they can become responsible adults. So how do we find the balance? How do we figure out what's the best way to talk and have these conversations with our kids so that they do feel heard, valued, and appreciated? Because a lot of them have expressed that those are some things that they're not feeling. Um, the chores, they what some of the things that they talk about, and I get it. Like we all struggle. Like I myself as a parent say, guys, like we've asked you to do these things. Like the expectations. The trash has to get done. The dishes have to get done. Your laundry needs to get put away. Those are simple everyday household chores. Pick up your room that they know needs to get done. But yet we're constantly repeating ourselves saying, we need you to do this, we need you to do this. And then we get, us as parents, I think, get frustrated, and we land up raising our voices and saying, excuse me, I asked you to do this 3 times and you still haven't done it. And I'm pretty sure most parents can relate. So that is one of the things that I've been working with my daughter on, my kids on, is trying not to raise my voice to them and say, ask them in a polite tone, but also making sure that they know what their responsibilities are. And like I tell them, if you guys just do them without me having to ask, then I don't have to repeat myself, and I don't have to get to the point where I'm escalated. So I think that's kind of where I'm at as a parent, and I don't know if anyone else is feeling similarly, but I was hoping that we could have a discussion about this and talk a little bit about how you all are dealing with some of that pushback that we get from our kids. And then I just wanted to kind of be the voice for them as well, and talk to parents about it, because another thing that I'm hearing from them is they feel like we're just very hard hammered, like it's my way or no way, and you're gonna do it like this, and I understand that too, because it is part of our parenting style. We learn from our parents, and we typically parent the way we were brought up. So like for me, having strict uh, a, a somewhat of a strict upbringing. My mom wasn't very hard on me, but I remember there were certain rules and there were certain expectations, and then there was a lot of times there was those quick, no, this is how I want it done and this is how it needs to get done. So I understand that, and I understand that coming as a parent, but I also understand where the kids are coming from. I don't want my daughter to be feeling like she's always being yelled at and we are just slave driving her. I don't want them to feel like that at all. Although some of the tasks we are asking of them are really simple and just regular everyday chores. So it doesn't seem like anybody is on right now, so I'm gonna just end the live. But if you are watching or you land up watching this later on, feel free to comment and discuss like what you all are doing to communicate your kids, communicate with your kids, especially during this time. We're all locked up in the house together, and we can all get on each other's nerves. I think the kids are feeling a little bit suffocated right now. I also had a meeting with my Active 8 group this week, and uh, I couldn't get them to brainstorm. And they're really, usually, really, really good about giving me ideas and engaging in conversation. And one of the questions I asked them, I was like, girls, have you guys been isolated and away from socialization for so long that you can't even think of ideas? And they kind of chuckled, but at the same time, they were like, yeah, we really are missing our friends. And a lot of my girls are connected in that way. They have friendships, as well as being part of our group, and they haven't had that opportunity to be social. And they literally like all said, I miss you guys, and I wish we could see each other. So we're coming up with some ways where we're working as a coalition and working with our youth to hopefully create a program that will allow for socialization, even if it is digitally right now. So be on the lookout for some of those things to come. We're planning on maybe doing some workshops. We have a couple of people who have already said that they would be happy to do workshops with the kids. And of course, we would do it similarly to what we're doing right now through Facebook Live or through Zoom. Um, and some of the other things that they came up with some ideas. They thought yoga would be a good thing to have, Zumba, cooking classes, just some basic things that they would like to see happen virtually now, just to be able to maybe even be in their own kitchens but socializing with their friends. So anyways, I'm gonna end it here since nobody seemed to get on today. Probably because I'm late. It's already 10 o'clock. Everybody's already living their day. I apologize for that. I didn't realize it was Wednesday, but I will be here again on Friday, and I'll be here we'll probably start earlier on Friday. We're gonna meet with Councilman John Ortega, and have a quick little conversation about the coalition and Vida, and his role as councilman with the coalition. So we'll be here on Friday. We'll start at 9 on Friday, because we are also decorating the town on Friday. So we're still looking for volunteers, and we're still looking for some Christmas donations. So if you've got able working hands, come out and help us decorate town on Friday at 10 o'clock and Saturday at 10 o'clock. All right, guys, I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you all had a healthy, safe holiday, and I'll see you on Friday.